One right. Go Spizzy. Still alive. I'm on my grind. Nigga, you lying. Nigga, you lying.
Oh yeah, oh boy, this shit bang.
I'm on my grind. Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind. Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind. I'm really at the paper, I'm on the money mission. I'm really at the paper, I gotta get it, nigga. I'm chasing all these checks for my family, nigga. I'm chasing all these racks, I need some Benjis, nigga. I'm grinding for that back and gotta keep some Zaza packs in. I got a couple 20s, but I need 100 Jackson. I got a couple fronted cause these pussy niggas taxing. I got a couple 100 rounds if you think I'm lacking. I'm on my grind, I'm on my grind. Ain't no need in asking. I want it all, I want it all. Please don't ask no questions. These niggas lying, that's why I keep that max in. These niggas lying, that's why I keep it blessing. I'm on my grind. Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind. Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind.
I'm on my grind, trying to stay away from sales and doing time. Niggas always lying on my line. If I was blood, I would put this shit on shine. I got a son, so you know that made me shine. I got the bread, so you know I hold the line. You niggas tell it, I'm starting to think you're 69. Kick flip, push, I'm on my grind. I got a bad bitch with me, so you know I wine and dine. I'd rather have a premium contract than a prime, like Amazon. I'm on my grind. I stack and flip like a boss, more like a dime. Yeah, I'm the one, like LeBron, the chosen one.
Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind. Pussy overpower, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind.
Oh boy, you ain't dumb on this one.
All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here. Excuse me, let me adjust the mic here. Yeah, we back, man. We back. This is the recap with Let Cash Accumulate Over Days. That song is I'm on My Grind by Spizzy Chase the Bag featuring Leonard P. Make sure y'all go download that on Apple Music, every streaming platform. It's out on YouTube, Spinrilla, etc. Also, make sure you could hit that like and subscribe button for me, just so you can get more tuned in with the channel, of course. And today, looking at the market, what happened, man? What happened? The market was on its grind. The Dow closes 300 points higher to begin April's trading, and S&P 500 notched its fourth day of gains. The Dow climbed 327 points, or 0.98%, to close at 33,601.15 points. The S&P 500 ticked higher by 0.37%, closing at 4,124.51 points. It was the fourth positive session for both indexes. talking about the S&P 500 and the Dow. The NASDAQ composite slid about 27% to end the session at 12,189.45 points, you guys. So the market was mixed today, meaning, you know, the money was confused today. You had a lot going on. Japan had made a deal with Russia apparently about the OPEC about gas. So you might have saw the gas stocks just up today tremendously. That was kind of like the headlines all day. Russia made a deal with Japan, and they're buying the gas, they're buying the oil, they're buying it up. They're basically making prices higher. they took the United States out of the deal apparently, or you know the United States might be, you know how we are, we'll work ourselves into a deal. But it looks like, you know, gas prices are about to go up, you guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's just kind of what it is when you got foreigners buying it at a higher price. It'll force everybody else to have to buy it at a higher price as well. So that's kind of what's going on right now. The market did kick off with that this week. That was kind of like new over the weekend, but it became reality today in the market. If you go look at Chevron, ExxonMobil, just called out some kind of gas stocks that you can go look at right now. You'll see they're up right now tremendously. But the market kind of just chilled. It pulled back and just chilled out. It kind of consolidated up here in the air today. But no sell-off back to the lows of March at all. So we're in a new area. We're in a new month. Not saying that they can't happen. It's still early. It's a short week. Remember that, you guys. Good Friday is Friday. The market will not be open. So just remember that, you know. Jobs report data this week, ISM, PMI surveys, all that. They came out. Jobs report, that's going to come out this Wednesday or Thursday. I think Thursday, I'm sure. Yeah, I got it pulled up on the next image. The ISM, PMI surveys, that already came out. That data came out today. It kind of didn't really do anything with the market. The market was kind of had a mind of its own today. Earnings to be looking out for, you know. It's a short week, but Levi, Constellation Brands, and we'll be looking at the rest here this week. Monthly sales, all that data came out. Tesla, Rivian, NIO, LI, XPV. You know, these are all electric motor vehicle stocks right here. So it's important about their monthly sales. And just remember the market is closed on Friday. 3 things to watch this week. You know, how did the stocks kick off Q2 today? And you kind of saw how they did it. You know, they basically it wanted to keep the momentum if it, you know, but it just looked like it's gassed. So it did have a pullback. Some stocks did have pullbacks. But, you know, they pulled back. I noticed that support. So we are still in the air here. The market is consolidating now. And it looks like it's not going back down to the lows, or it's not wanting to right now anyway. It's going to boil down to the jobs report. And just be keeping an eye out for the Fed speakers. And, you know, they'll be saying stuff. You know how they do. So, yeah, ISM, manufacturing, PMI, all that came out. Jobs jolts will come out tomorrow, and ADP payrolls on Wednesday is coming out. ISM services PMI is coming out on Wednesday. So ISM manufacturing PMI came out today. That's what it was. It moved the market, but you know the market just had its own stubborn reaction today. So nothing really to it. But the jolts, it's coming out tomorrow, so we'll be looking out for that. Jobs jolts data coming out. That's just what we're looking at. It looks like right now, jobless claims on Thursday. And yeah, like I said, remember the market is closed Friday, but it is data coming out on Friday. Still non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate. So like I said, it'll have a effect on the following week, of course. So you know, you kind of want to just remember that going into Thursday. Remember that, you guys, going into Thursday, thinking about next week. Like, you know, okay, do I want to, you know, try to play into the data, obviously, but you know, you can always wait till it come out. You know how it is. Let's go ahead and get into the charts, though. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. This is the recap. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the description, but if not, I'll read it to you. This is recap coverage from the stock and crypto market. These are live ideas of thought and studies. This is not financial advice on this stream or with this company. So with that being said, man, we just gonna get straight into the charts, and we're gonna start with the SPY and see where we ended up today. I spy with my little eye. So running on time, where we at? It looks like we're at 10 minutes, so looking good on time. We're gonna run through these charts here really briefly. It's gonna take about 10-15 minutes. Stay with me. All right, so looks like the jars ended up being correct. Well, one of them did to the upside. The SPY's right here at 411 closed, so that's really good for the SPY. Didn't realize they closed there at 411, so they did retest that high. That was the high of Friday. You know, looking at 1 day, they did it. They actually double tested it. So looking at 5 days out, right here, this is one of your highs, though. 409 right here was a high from Friday. So yeah, so 409 being your high for Friday, it did push up and test 411 twice today. So that's what it ended up happening on the SPY. 411 got tested twice today, but I do see rejection. So just keep in mind, bears are here. You know, they're letting us know that for sure up here at these levels. 411 got rejected twice. So just seeing that and knowing that is like, okay, just be very cautious up at these levels for real. Things can change for you very fast because things are very volatile at these levels, and it's risk on because the VIX is at a support level where it can spike, and that's where it's risky for you. And if that happens, you know, it just comes straight to the downside. But we're gonna look at the levels. Let's see here from the 1 day. Definitely looks like the drawings is right. Just check the recap, you guys, and then make sure it makes sense with this recap and go from there. But we'll remove these drawings. We're gonna start from today, 1 day. So it looks like we opened up where 409, top here at close. So, question mark here. I'm gonna put a question mark here. Looks like we're playing four corners now, because we're in the air. If you zoom out, you'll see what I'm saying. But I'm gonna look at it from the 1 day perspective right here. You do have support here. But it's just bears here. I know for a fact that's bear. That's bear playground right there. 411 50 cents. So you're gonna have to really convince them to move out the way. Other than that, they'll continue to put a wall there, and you'll see this rejection. They'll do it the rest of the week, and it'll be consolidation if they need to be. Right here's your consolidation in this area. So that's where you got your support at 409. And just knowing that you're going to keep trying to take these bounces out. Now, bulls eventually will get tired. They'll take profits. And if that's the case being, the levels I'm looking at then to the downside on the SPY, just looking forward to come back down here. See what we're going to do right here when we get here. We can break below 410. I'm looking at 408. If 408 doesn't hold, I'm definitely just looking at about 405, you guys. And then we don't want to get any uglier than that because the next level was 400. So keep that in mind to the downside on the SPY. But to the upside, I'm just looking at this resistance right here to just, like I said, move out the way. And once it does, it'll break above 411, go to 412, 413. Looking for the SPY dependent about at 416. 416 by next week, possibly, with this much momentum. But we'll see. We'll see on the SPY. DIA, the Dow Jones. So looks like the drawing was correct. Looks like the support held right there, $334.50, and the Dow Jones, they've been wanting to get to 335 for the longest. They finally got it. They retested it twice. But as the SPY, I'm going to put a question mark here because they're playing four corners now. We know that. You don't want to really get down here and play with these lows, but that's really the max support here now. 330 is your max support down here on the Dow. So just knowing that, this thing can free fall right here if you ain't going to really push. But just know we are in the air, and today was a day of consolidation. So it looks like they might be really trying to push higher here. But we'll definitely see tomorrow. Looking at the levels, though, You know, the SPY to the downside, not excuse me, the DIA, but the SPY too. You know, if they're both looking to the downside, but the DIA right here in front of me, if it's looking to the downside, I'm looking for this 330, 450 not to hold anymore. And if it comes down, the next level I'm looking at is 332. And then after that, definitely 330 to the downside. Now to the upside, I'm just looking forward to break above this 335 level, 337, and really just go ahead and take it to about the target it wants. It wants to get up in here, 339, 340. You know, you can get there. Then it's a party at the Dow Jones. Triple Qs. Triple Qs. Going crazy. Alrighty. So looks like the triple Qs, 5-day, 317. Okay, right here. So it looks like we opened here, 319. Okay, they opened here. So they kind of had like a little bit of a gap down moment. The triple Qs I'm seeing, they gap down, looking better 5 days out, but we'll look at it at the 1-day perspective. So the triple Qs did gap down right here, but they did open up right here at 319. Rejected right here at 320. So this might be resistance right here, you guys, on triple Qs. Like I said, this is where the bears is at right here. Bears, to get them to move, it's gonna take a lot of buying pressure, you guys. If you're not seeing that buying pressure, this is your top, you guys, because the market is getting to a point where it's getting overbought, and we're getting to the levels where, you know, we're kind of back at the highs really fast. So at this point, you guys, you know, it's gonna move up if it wants to, because we already are up. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying, you know, it's just coming down. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, we're just at a point where it's in the air, you guys. The market is up here right now. It's a little elevated. So if price is not pushing past resistance at these levels, it'll come back down into support. And just so maybe it can find more buyers and then retest the highs again. But it also could just come straight down. It could do that for real. We really don't know. But we just looking at the levels and looking at the charts and numbers. That's what we do know. So at 319 close right here on the triple Qs. Like I said, tomorrow to the upside. I'm just looking forward to break above 320. You get above 320, I know there's more buying pressure at 323, and then 325 is in play. And they really want about 330, but 325, since it's a short week. To the downside, 320 is your top. To the downside, you guys, like I said, 4 corners, question mark. Yep, you got to break down here below 318, below 317. You break below 317, you guys looking at 313 next on the triple Qs. IWM. The IWM. So it looks like the drawings was correct. Looks like they chose to the downside though, but they stayed in the channel. So we're gonna erase the drawings, but they opened here right here, 179. They almost, you guys. You see what the IWM is pulling here? They almost touched 180. Like, they're teasing that 180 level so hard for the Russell 2000. It's just making it so frustrating for the Bulls. So they sold off. They're like, hell no, we're not doing that today. But they found support right here at 176, you guys, and then it just kind of consolidated right here. 177.50 is support, so that's where you found your consolidation to possibly float a little higher, but not even back to 179. They closed right here at 178.29. So, you know, the IWM now, the next levels I'm looking at tomorrow to the upside, you got to break. You got to get above that 180 level now. It's time. You don't do it, this is your top. It's going to break through 177.50. You'll see it back at 175 possibly. You'll also see it back at 172 possibly, or 170. So keep those numbers on the lookout. VIX. So looks like you had a gap up on volatility. It did open up right here at $19.80. So the speed kind of gapped up a little bit, but in the open market, it did go right back down there It did have one more spike back to that pre-market high, about $19.79, but after that it was done. Volatility left the market again, and it just kind of worked with the consolidation today. That's what the volatility did. It worked with the consolidation, so it consolidated here for a long period of time, and at this $19 level and about 20 cents, and then it came back down all the way down here almost right here. It did at $18.54. So that's where the volatility's at now. So speed is down. The speed is down. There still hasn't been any spike yet. So at this point, the bullish momentum is still accessible. It's still available. It still can happen. It still can go. The market can still get higher, you guys. Until you see that spike on the VIX, then you're not seeing the stock's gonna come down. They'll consolidate. You won't see the numbers change. They don't care. But you want to see the VIX spike back up. If you want to see the stocks come down, you want to see the VIX spike back up to at least above 20, back to 22 maybe, but at least above 20 right here. That'll be a good area if you can get the VIX to spike back above 20. Then the stocks will definitely pull back even more from what you've been seeing today. So just keep that in mind. But to the downside, I'm just looking at now. The VIX is almost about to clear that candle. We're looking at what's that? That's a March low right there on Friday. It looks like March 3rd, that was the lowest it has been. And since right here back in February, it looks like 15th on a Wednesday, it hit a low of $18.11. And then right here in March, $18.17. So it's on that candle, you guys, where if it gets lower than this, oh man, the market is going to go up higher for sure. So be on the lookout for that level right there. If the VIX go down here to, like I said, near $18 even, oh man, expect more upside for the stock market, you guys. Netflix. So Netflix is Netflix. They're just doing what they do. They actually hit every target the recap talked about, but you're going to have to go check it out then, they found support, 340. I remember saying if 340 doesn't hold, then it was going to turn bearish, but it did hold. That was support. It bounced right back into the channel above it right here, 346. And then now, right here, what I seen today was consolidation. They just consolidated. Netflix is strong right now, you guys. They're strong because of their earnings is coming up April the 18th. That's going to kick the market off really wild going into this new quarter and this new month and everything. So right now they're just at a phase where they can consolidate. They don't really have to move any much more than they already have because the earnings is going to be the biggest move. So just keep that in mind with Netflix, you guys. Right now they're just trying to hit a little target of 350. So that's what I'm looking for tomorrow. If Netflix can get above 350, then looking for the test 352 to see if it'll consolidate just more up, or is this your top right here in this resistance? And if it's so, Netflix, I'm looking to the downside, four corners. Everybody else, it'll come down by 342 back to 340. Put the pressure back on 340. Microsoft. Where's the drawings? So Microsoft, right here, 286. Microsoft open. It hit 288. It retested that. That's resistance right there, you guys. That's you got rejected right here. When you just see straight downside like that, that's resistance. And when it leads to all the way to that, that's resistance, you guys. So, but right here where we did notice is below 280. 5 is support. You got support actually at 283.99. So you got to be cautious of that support right there. I thought 285 was support. It's actually not. It's actually 283. That's like the next critical level for them. So they did find that, and they did shoot right back up and close at 286. So 286 is kind of like I said, they're playing four corners here. You got 1, 2, 3, and then you know, where's 4 gonna come tomorrow? You don't count 4 today, you count it for the next day. So it looks like 4 might be to the downside. Another pullback possibly. If like I said, stocks can't push up, they'll definitely go the other direction. So looking at the levels right here, 286.90 has to hold, needs to break above 288, needs to test 290 immediately on Microsoft. If not today, tomorrow, but you get what I mean. If this is your top to the downside, I'm just looking at 285 not to hold again, and I'm looking at it to retest this area right here, 283 to the downside. You can get there, and then the next level I'm looking at is about 282 on Microsoft. NVIDIA, they're still bullish, huh? So it looks like they hit that level that I was telling you guys about. 273 is really support. I'll say about 274. Tomato. But you get the point. At the end of the day, they're still bullish. So this is where they found momentum towards the end of the day, and you know they closed right here at 279. They did test that twice. 279. So it does look like they're putting the pressure. The bulls are putting the pressure on that 280 level on the video. So that's the next level I'm looking for to break above. You get above 280. The next level I'm looking for is about 282 to 283, possibly 285, 284. You know, on the video. To the downside, if this is your top, it doesn't see 280. I'm just looking at it, you know, 275 not to hold, and then once it come down about 273 next level, possibly 270. But you want to, you know, 273, you know, is where it looks like your critical support is at in the video right now, 273. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you don't find support there, then maybe NVIDIA is topping out. But you know, other than that, this thing is still going. Moderna. So, you know, health went up today just along with the gas and all that stuff. Let's check on there and let's see why, because that's oil that's open. So it's at 80s. You see oil went up. All right, here, let me show you the oil 5 days out. So they had a little gap up right here. This is due to Russia and Japan made a new deal, and they basically brought it up. So oil is up, gas is high right now, you guys. It might get higher in the U.S. It might already. This past weekend, I saw the pump go locally at my gas station from 349, and now a gallon now said like 329. So I did see the numbers change, but I don't know if it's gonna go back to 349. I don't know, but just be on the lookout for the gas prices changing because gas is going up in the market. So more than likely it's gonna go up at that pump. But yeah, just be cautious of that for real. So as you can see, oil did gap up, and right here it's consolidating at 80. So you know we'll see what Russia and Japan got going on. They might be really trying to push this thing to all-time highs, and you know, or at least maybe back to 130 a barrel, or you know 150. Who knows what they got going on right now? But you know, just be cautious of that. But what that has to do with Moderna is, you know, health and all that stuff sticks together, basically. So it's looking, you know, basically it's looking reliable. That stuff is still looking eatable, and you know, you gotta understand, you know, people gonna want what they want and need what they need. So Moderna is just actually just going up too. Prices, healthcare, everything's going up. If gas goes up, healthcare goes up. You see what I'm saying? It's like a tit for tat thing. So that's just kind of what you're seeing right now. And Moderna went up today. They went up about $5. So just keep our eye out for that. You know, it's a big buying candle right there too on Moderna. You know, so Just keep an eye out on that. They might be trying to go up one last time before, things change. If they do change and come down, who knows? They might be trying to go back to that 177 level. Looking at it from the year to date, you just got to start zooming out, when you in doubt. So this is the year to date right here anyway. So you never know. They might be trying to retest this 177. You never know. They might be trying to retest 166. It's possible. Right here, they're right now. Right now, they're at 160, and that's the next level to be looking out for. So, excuse me. That's what I'm looking out for. I said this on the last recap, and I'm still saying it on this one today, the new one. But 160, that's the level I'm looking for. They almost hit that target today. Not yet, but almost. So now, you break above 160. I'm just seeing if they're gonna retest 165 at that point. And then we'll see if we can get up here to this trend line. That's what I'm looking at. If they reach this trend line, will that reject or will it get more bullish at that point if things do take place like that on Moderna? So I'm just looking at it like from that point to the upside. To the downside, I do see, if four corners like everybody else, if, it doesn't hold right here, if 159 is your top, 155 it shouldn't hold as support. And they'll be retesting about 154, maybe possibly 153. Tesla. Last but not least, Tesla. Wow, wowzers. So Tesla was the biggest moving stock today. They were down at one point about 7%, 7-8%. And man, I told you guys those delivery numbers all that stuff was important. That was kind of like priced in as an earnings, as you could see, but then they did go back and change that, you guys. That wasn't earning. That wasn't even an earnings move. Tesla they have earnings. Excuse me. April the 19th. So this month too, the day it looks like Netflix go and then Tesla go the next day. So that'll be a huge week, you guys. That'll be a huge week. As you can see, you kind of got a little pre-earnings right there today with that move to the downside on Tesla. They gapped down at what pre-market it was at about 202, 201. It gapped down from 208 to 202. So I told you guys they were in the target bubble. And now that they found their target, meaning all they was looking for was where they wanted to consolidate for the earnings, what numbers they wanted to pick and choose to consolidate to get to for the earnings. Now that you can check off, you can X out this. This is not available. 220 is not available. That's too high right now. Tesla's not going to raise prices that much right now. That's what they told you today. It got questionable here, so that was right to question that. That was just actually right. That was actually right. So you check that off. We're kind of back to now is you got to zoom right here. Zoom, make it like this. So that target's wiped out. Now, what's your new target? What's your new target? I guess you can say the Bulls want 200. They'll try to get it back to 200. So this would be your new target for the week. 200 would be your new target for the week. Now, if you can't get there, Tesla, then it's just can't get there. But far as earnings, then you can bring back in 205. 205 is back into play as a decent high target, or 210. By April 19th when they report their earnings. So from where they're at right now, they just basically sold off. So it's just like, at the end of the day, they were in the target bubble. They found their target. So they gave the market their answer. They gave investors their answers. They want to lower prices right now. So we're now back into where it's all boiling down to all eyes on Mr. Elon Musk. Where he brought it. This is all boiling back to his point. Because we know where he brought it, It could be a lot more selling here, you guys, on Tesla right now. Just because, like I said, they want to, make it, probably market makers could possibly want to make it 50-50. Like, Elon got enough. He probably, more than likely, it looks like he sold here. Who knows? We don't know, but it looks like he possibly did sell at this 208 level that it hit. So, like I said, it's all going to boil down back to now all eyes on that level as a ultimate max pain low for the Bears. Obviously, that's what they want, this 165 level. But, that could still be a level of you just have to wait till the earnings. If the earnings is not good, it'll go priced in with this deliveries numbers situation that just happened. And, it was a bunch of Tesla news coming out today. Really, it was rolling through something with Doge and just a bunch of stuff. So you just never know. That could be a target for earnings. That level right there. You just never know how that's gonna pan out. But right now, like I said, they wanted to get here. They were in the target bubble. They came right here to the target that I wrote down, 194. And this is your second to last leg of support. If 194 50 if it's not holding tomorrow and 190 is your last level, if 190 doesn't hold, you'll see Tesla pull back to at least, like I said, half of 165, so about $20 away, so about 185. You know what I'm saying? You'll see Tesla really come down. But right here, really, this is support. We do know that for sure. So support did catch him today, and it could just go either way for real. Still, even at these levels, even knowing that was gap down, you can't be a bear and be like, oh yeah, I'm safe. It's gonna go down. You can't say that because the market didn't really sell off today. It was just kind of Tesla selling off. And you got to keep that in mind. And they can consolidate tomorrow, or they can actually go up. So you know what I'm saying? You got like what? We got two or three more trading days. So Tesla can still go either way, you guys. But I think your new target to the high would definitely be, you got to bring it down a notch in the range of about 200 to possibly 205 for this week. But for far as earnings, I'm saying maybe possibly you got to push it out to, then you can relocate that 220 target for earnings, because then earnings is different. You feel me? It can move as much as it won't, and so you just never know. But as of right now, I just think the new high target is just that 220 is X'd out. You just don't think about it now, knowing the delivery numbers were good and it still sold off. So something's going on right now with Tesla. Right here though, let's go ahead and get into the levels though. Kind of already was explaining them, but we'll just look at it up close and front and personal. Go ahead and erase the drawings, but the drawings were correct, as you can see. But yeah, so they hit their price targets though. But Tesla hit his price target. So now that it hit his price target, this is your last leg right here. Like I said, if this don't hold right here, they closed here, gap down, sold off pre-market, opened here, spiked, were about to go bullish, then decided not to. Took it all the way down. This thing got really low by 2 p.m. It was at here. It was at 192.30. That was like a fake support, because then we know if things not looking good in pre-market, then it'll already be below that. It'll already be below 192. So that was kind of like a fake support just towards the end of the day. But this was all due to the delivery numbers, you guys. So all that data and all that stuff that came out, it was just like the miscommunication. People saying it was positive, it was negative. It just drove investors kind of in the whirlpool. So they were just like, everybody like, you know what, we're out of here. It already went up enough, so they just basically gave back all the gains from Friday. So they were up $12. Now they're down. They were down 14 today. They closed down $12. So it's a lot of volatility on Tesla right now. But like I said, this level right here, 192, 650, 193, 55, excuse me, is an area right here. You know, if that don't hold tomorrow to the downside, like I said, the next level is your last chance. It's like last chance for alcohol. We'll write that down. Last chance 190. If 190 don't hold, Tesla's going to 187. As I might, I don't know if that's the name of that California song, but y'all know what I'm talking about there. 187. But yeah, 187 on Tesla. If 190 doesn't hold you guys to the downside. To the upside, I'm just looking for, if Tesla can bounce, it needs to bounce back above 197.50. That looks like your middle level, that VWAP there. You can get back above that level, then you possibly have a chance at 199 and possibly 200. You see what I'm saying? That's probably the highest I can give you. Now, you break above 200, then you can start thinking about the 202 and 205, possibly 210 back in action. Just remember the market is still up too, so it could consolidate here, could consolidate in this area from here. From this area here, you just never know. You just never know. It could just consolidate down here. You just never know. But I think now this is your new levels now, looking at it from this point. It might sell a little bit more tomorrow, and then it might bounce. We don't know, though. We'll see. But, it looks like the shoulder is in, though. If you zoom out on it, the shoulder is in, is what I was talking about, too. Like, once you can really get bearish on it, on the stock, once you see a shoulder. So you got one side here, and now you got your second side. So the shoulder is in, the mountaintop is built. It's just now, it's just at a point now, like, Tesla, it has to hold up from here. If not, we know all these levels above is just too high, and it's going to try to come down here, you guys, below 190. It's going to come back in here. It's going to come back in here and play it here a little bit lower, and then it'll chill, and then you might see it pop and try to get back to the highs of 194. It's just going backwards right now, kind of due to data and that's coming out, and they just got a jury. Somebody said something about a racial harassment case. They got to pay 98% of the damages. They got to pay like three something million or something like that, 32 million or something like that. I don't know. It's a lot of money, but it's just a lot of bad news, a lot of negativity with Tesla right now. So not looking good, especially with gas going up. That means nobody really cares about electric too. So keep that in mind. So we don't know though. It could be just a temporary thing though. You feel me? I think electric is still here to stay. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But that's it. That's pretty much it. The market, we'll see what they do tomorrow, and we'll be back with another recap. Looks like right now the futures are, let me refresh it, mixed up. The futures are still mixed up, so we still got a red and green market. We still at the highs right now, consolidating. Oil is still up. The SPY's down. NASDAQ is down. The Dow's up, barely. So the SPY's down, barely. It's still mixed. Google to cut down on employee laptops. Stocks futures are flat Monday evening. The banks, they got earnings coming up still. Stay cautious for the banks still. There's so much going on with the banks and the oil and everything. Healthcare and energy, everything. It's so busy right now. Just keep in mind, we're in a new month. Tomorrow's the second trading day. Hey, y'all take it easy. Have a good rest of y'all night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. This was the recap of the SPY, QQQ's IWM, DIA, VIX, Microsoft, Netflix, NVIDIA, Tesla, Moderna, with LCAOD. I will see y'all tomorrow with another recap. Peace.